In testing for data validity, gaps and duplicates are great tests to make sure gaps, whether or not you have completeness in your data. Do I have all of the check numbers or the purchase order numbers or whatever you're looking for? And that can be given to you as a range, but also as a list of numbers. And I tend to rather the range because a lot of times when you have a gap, that gap can be quite large, 1,000, 2,000 items, and it's tough to kind of track all of that. However, sometimes it is good to get a list, and maybe you want to make a table of that and make use of that in other ways. So it's not completely a bad idea. Now, on the duplicate side, what we'll see is that to run a quick duplicate test is not that hard in ACL, and basically just make sure in all of these functions, gaps, duplicates, that there is some sort of pre-sort or sort happening prior, and ACL again generally takes care of that for you, which is nice. Looking into ACL, going to Analyze, and then the Gaps feature. I must have had a field selected, which I did, so it just brought that up and tried to complete a gaps command quickly there, but we'll deselect any field, go to the gaps command. In this case, we'll go to check number. Notice the pre-sort is being done for you. We're going to list the gap ranges, and just to be a little tricky, I'm going to go to an ACL table. You can go to screen or the printer, but ACL table in this case. And I'm just going to call it gaps. Keep it real simple. And in doing that, we end up getting the start of that gap and the end of that gap. And it then notes for us the number of items that are missing between those two gaps. So there are a fair number of gaps here. I mean, 214, definitely something to take a look at in this particular case. But a lot of times what you'll find in check gaps, at least, is there's a lot of ones and twos as they set up the printer, if you will. But as time goes on, though, a lot of this has become more digitally printed anyway, so it's the gaps are going away more and more every day.